morning, Century 21 Everest agents. Hey guys, I just wanted to reach out to you this morning, and I wanted to put some things into perspective that I've really been personally thinking about myself. The other day, I heard a great quote by one of our brokers and managers within the company that stated, if you come out of this experience, the big hairy monster of COVID-19, right? If you come out of this experience, you haven't learned, you haven't educated yourself, or haven't gotten creative with something, meaning created something new for yourself, then never be mistaken. Time was never an issue. Time was never an issue. How many times have you asked yourself or have said that you wanted to do something, but I just don't have the time. I just can't have the time. I just, gosh, I would love to, but the kids are keeping me busy, or whatever reason it is that you don't have the time. You guys, the reality is we all know that if it's a must for us, we make the time. If the kids need something, you're going to make the time. If you need something where it's a must, you make the time. If it's something in your business that you know you must do, you make the time. So one of the things that I wanted to give perspective to is recently, before all of this happened, I had heard of a statistic that the average American spends 3 hours a day on social media. 3 hours a day, you guys. So I put this into work for myself because I was curious to how much I actually spend, which is really fun because the iPhone has that new little feature. You can see how much time you spend on social media every day. But I wanted to put this into exercise for myself. So the month of April, due to protecting my mindset, I decided that I was going to check out a little bit on specifically my Instagram page. That's really the only one that I look at. And so I decided, I'll look at people's storylines, but I'm not going to look at their actual post. And I will tell you that, one, I felt free, you guys. I felt free from the worry, from the stress of everything, right? But more importantly, I took the time after all of this has been said and done, and I went back and I looked at posts, you guys, and just for perspective, in that, I guess you would say it's been 28 days that I did that. In the 28 days that I did it, it took me 3 hours just to quickly scroll through those posts, look at them, not even read some of them. Some of them I did. Some of you can testify to it. But just hurry and looked at it and kind of tested it on this because I wanted to kind of see this theory. So it took me 3 hours just to get caught up with the 28 days that I had missed. And the reality is I didn't miss much. I hate to say that. I didn't miss much. But going back to that statistic, the average American spends 3 hours a day on social media, 21 hours a week, 1,100 hours a year, 45 days a year, you guys. And so I just want to ask yourself, during this time, have you learned something? Have you educated yourself on something? Have you gone out and created something? Or was time really never an issue? And it's just the excuses or the stories that we tell ourselves. So with this time, to that broker's point, are you taking the time to recreate? Are you taking the time to actually go out and educate yourself on something? Learn something new? What are those must for you? Just for perspective, as I wanted to kind of talk to this, but the 3 things that a coach often coaches about in this industry are time management, skill sets, and disciplines. Time management, skill sets, and disciplines. So what routines do you need to put into place for your business? Or what habits like mine, where I chose not to look at social media for 30 days to protect my mindset, do you need to do to make sure that you are pushing yourself to the limits you're capable of doing? You guys, it's often said that there's 4 things that an agent should be doing in the business. And 4 of those things we specifically talk to here at the Everest Sales System. And that is, number 1, you need to be practicing. Practicing. Again, are you learning something? Practice, make perfect, right? Practice makes perfect, as we've all heard. So are you practicing? Meaning, are you practicing your scripts? Are you learning something new to the business? Maybe it is that you're having to practice on how to even use Zoom right now. Okay, number 1, practice. Number 2, Are you prospecting? Are you taking the time to talk to people? Is it in your schedule that you're actually prospecting? Have you created new routines even with the kids being home? And yeah, there might have been some adjustments. Are you figuring out a new routine to a time where you can actually prospect? Number 3 is, are you actually taking the opportunity to present? And look, you guys, if you're not going on actual appointments right now, whether it's a buyer or seller, are you taking the time to actually role play your presentation? Again, practice, right? Practice, learn, and obviously grow. And then the 4th thing is lead follow-up. There are statistics that say 75% of your business will be done during your lead follow-up. You guys, if we look at an ideal schedule for a real estate agent, the time that you put into this, imagine if you could get back those 45 days that you just wasted on social media, that the average American wastes on social media every single year. Imagine what you could do for your business if you put in the disciplines that you needed to protect your business, to grow your business, to learn something in your business. Imagine what you could do. You guys, go ahead and give some of these things some thought, and I'll see you at the top.